You didn't, yes.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Behind the Claw. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are on the backwater planet of Instuv, kind of stranded. Their ship crashed, and they've been making their way over land, trying to get to the small settlement of Adamu. And they have been just, you know, dealing with the elements and the creatures. The settlement of Adamu only has, and this is the entire population of the planet is in this one settlement of about 300 people. So the reason why they went overland is it's not like it was very likely that they were to be rescued by some passing ship or that they were going to have their distress call heard. Not to mention the fact that their ship's communication system, their antenna array suffered damage. So they sent out a message, but they have no way of really knowing if it got all the way over to the scander. And so they, they decided to meander on through the wilderness, and so that's where we will be picking up. Before we get started, we'd like to mention that we do have a merch store via Zazzle. We have hoodies and t-shirts and buttons and whiskey rocks glasses and beer steins, and there is just a ton of stuff on that site. And 100% of the proceeds from that site goes back into our channel. It helps us cover the costs of things like, Roll20 Pro and Incarnate Pro and even the software we use to make these videos. So if you would like to help us out, go get yourself a Whiskey Rocks glass, and we appreciate everything that you do for us. All right, so where we left off, this right here, and I marked it, I marked it, and then so that I wouldn't forget. And then today, when I was prepping for the game, I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, so I had to think about it for a minute. I'm like, oh yeah, this was where Holger found a pass through the mountains. And so that is where we'll be picking up is you guys making your way through the mountains. Everybody can make a survival plus intellect check. Now, I know you may not have survival, and that just means that you're going to roll it with a -3.
Okay.
Shit.
So I'll just do intellect with a -3 modifier.
Yes.
I fail.
Yeah, but that's not as bad as it could have been.
AC got a 10.
I got a 2.
No, see, that's failing right there.
Yeah, Faye got a 3, so.
Okay, I got a 2 and I'm dead.
No. And what did Faye get?
3.
Okay, so you guys make it through this pass. This pass, I mean, yes, it is a pass through these mountains, but it's not like it's an easy. It's not. That doesn't mean that it's easy traveling. And let's see here. Svart and Faye. Svart takes 2 points of damage, endurance damage. And Faye... Oof, ouch. Faye takes 6.
Oh my gosh.
Is this for doing the pass and all that? Going through the pass?
This is, you're traveling through the pass.
Could we have taken our time to get a +2?
No, not really.
Okay,
I mean, the terrain is what the terrain is. But, actually, hold on here. Terrain. Oh, well, that's.
Geez, I'm going to need some help to get back to normal once we get to where we're going.
Well, we have tents and stuff. I mean, we can get down here at this. I guess that's a spring coming up here in a hex or two, as we go. Well, we can camp and maybe fish and stuff.
Yeah. Hold
I
on.
don't know how long it takes to get 6 points of endurance back, though. It's a lot.
Well, I mean, I could do some. I could. I'm not a doctor, but I do have the medic skill, and I'll get a +1 total to the roll.
So Savart is
that's
a
what you
little
wanna
bit
fuck
banged
around.
up. He's got some cuts and bruises, sliding down, an incline, whereas Faye slides down the same incline, and no, a week has not passed since they've been here. Well,
Did I take any damage also? So I only got a 5.
6 days. That's true. You did. Yeah, you might. It's been probably about. Yeah, I guess it has been about a week. But Faye sliding down the same gravelly incline. She's got a gash in her leg, and at the very least, a sprained ankle, which is not ideal when you're out in the wilderness. And so,
Oof.
so this is the direction you're going, right? Towards this.
Yeah, but we're wanting to stop.
Okay.
Stop and set up camp, and then I want to take my time and do medical care. I guess first on Faye to maybe get her hopping and lobbing or
Yeah.
whatever again,
Okay.
and then I want to do what is it? Was it Zuri or Fart?
Zart.
Fart.
And Zerzy takes 4 points of damage in the process.
Yeah, I'll do a med kit too. So this will give me +5 total.
Holger's also going to take 2 points.
Okay.
I can try to heal myself first. I have a med kit, Tech 10.
Sure.
If you want to, go ahead.
So you get a +1 to that for your med kit.
Yeah. So I'll get +1, and then I'm going to take my time. So that's +3 total.
Correct. Yeah.
So
if you take your time, you get to add +2 to that.
So this will be for patching up Faye, which is 11.
Oof.
So there's
I
3 back.
Mine wrong.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do myself too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And so
weird.
well.
1 + 1 + 1 +. Oh, it's because
I
it's
actually put +1.
it's
even
plus
still, I
plus.
still
It's
rolled
it
snake.
put 2 plus signs.
Yeah, it's because of how I wrote it, but I still got double snake eyes, so still failed horribly.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're hurt.
Well, you can't
I
hurt
take
yourself
that-
further with first aid. I mean, unless you drink the rubbing alcohol. No, I'm blind.
Okay. All right.
I have +3 as well.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So do I go for myself or somebody else?
It's up to you.
Who got hurt the worst besides?
Faye's hurt the worst.
I'm not in such bad shape anymore.
Yeah, she's probably got a gel splint on her
I'm
leg
down
now.
3. So
How about Zerzy?
it's up to you.
I'm at minus. Well, my endurance is 7, but currently I'm at -6 after all my injuries I've sustained since the crash.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you need some help. You're
Yeah.
worse off than me.
All right, I have 1 endurance left right now.
8.
Yeah, that don't do shit.
Yeah, 8 doesn't help him out.
No, let's rest up, man.
Yeah.
Let's camp down and let everybody get a good rest, and we can do functions like I have a mobile comm. Do you want to try to reach the settlement from here? Maybe we can hit it. I mean, we've crossed a mountain barrier. Maybe reception jumps in. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
But
try
I
it.
mean, comms is not my thing.
Let me hold on here. Here we go. Healing.
I could
page
try.
82.
Let me check here. I have
Oh, I got sensors.
I have survival kit 10. It's on
Yeah.
T10. So
That sensors
Yeah.
should do it. I mean, that's what you use for. Oh no, sensors is not. We're talking comms.
Natural
It
healing.
would probably give me electronics comms at 0, I'm guessing.
Yes.
'Cause I got the electronic skill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could make an electronics comms plus your choice intellect or education check.
Okay.
But I mean, we're in range of my mobile comm.
I got 7. Damn it.
So
See how hard it is.
you're not able to pick up anything from the settlement of Adamu. But you do start to pick up that there is something. You're picking up something from orbit.
Oh, wow.
So,
All right.
Well, let me know when I can do another check because I'd probably be pretty interested in that.
and as you are camping that night, everybody can roll a recon plus intellect check.
Okay. Recon.
Well, Zerzy nailed that.
Fuck, 4. I'm so stupid today.
11.
All right, so Zerzy, Holger, and Zvart got it. What about Casey?
Oh yeah, Casey needs to do something. Recon 0, intellect 1. That's it. Fucking 4 also. I'm just rolling like shit.
So I've been playing with Cameron for a long time. This is par for the course. Although usually, for some reason, in Traveler she does way better than she does in any of our D&D games. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think you got cursed
Our
D20s.
Our only misjump was me rolling for Devin's character, though. I remember that.
That is true. That is true. Yep. So, Zvart, Zerzy, and Holger, you hear a echoing loud boom, a crack in the distance. It is way off, which is why Faye and Casey didn't hear it. And it's not necessarily that they didn't hear it, but Faye and Casey are under the impression that it may be thunder. And looking up into the night sky, you do see that there are clouds rolling in. But Holger, in addition to hearing this crack, so and they can sound very similar. This echoing boom that you hear it's either thunder or it could be a sonic boom way off in the distance.
Do I have an idea of the direction that it came from? I don't know. That's probably hard where I'm at.
Yeah, because like I said, it was far enough away that you barely heard it. Which also tends to lead you to believe that it may not be thunder from the storm, because you're looking up and on the horizon you can see these storm clouds rolling in, and I mean rolling. And rain isn't uncommon on Instuv. This whole trip's been very wet. But this looks like it's going to be a lot of rain. What are you guys doing? So you're setting up camp? Is that?
Trying to stay dry, yeah.
Well, now our survival kits come with a waterproof poncho.
They do?
That we can use. Yeah.
Mine comes with a tent.
No, it can serve as a shelter or blanket, and I'm thinking if we take our stuff and get it together and with rocks and maybe sticks and using our ponchos.
If you've ever used an actual in real life waterproof poncho from a survival kit, they're not fucking waterproof and you are still wet and miserable. I can guarantee that. So it's gonna suck either way. But so
I'm just thinking we should try to build a shelter to keep the fucking water off of us. Maybe try to utilize, maybe we could take the healthy people, maybe on this little mountain or something, kind of that we're right next to, kind of dig into it a little bit, try to redirect the water that's going to be coming down that mountain, so it doesn't like go right on our shelter, and build a shelter as best we can. Ponchos and sticks.
Holger,
Are sticks around?
Make a investigate. Yeah, there's a lot of yeah, there are sticks. There's mostly low shrubby ground, but make an investigate plus intellect check.
8.
I have an idea when he's done.
So Holger, you are kind of looking for natural resources to help you build this shelter, and under a large area of shrubs, of these low scrubby plants, you find that these plants have grown up around a shelter. And you've seen these kinds of shelters before. They are often placed out on frontier worlds for people who are in situations almost exactly like this. And it's basically made of fusion pressed sand or stone. And this thing is, as you pull this away, you find that there is this 2-story octagonal hut that's here. And it's just completely overgrown with weeds.
I pull out my long blade and start hacking away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna stop construction on the homemade tent and begin. I guess I want to recon the area out, and light it up with a flashlight or something, and make sure it's safe.
Okay.
I mean, if there's a bugbear in there or something,
Bugbear.
yeah,
Never know.
we'll have that shotgun and go in there and see what the fuck's going on.
So you get in, you guys hack away the brush around this thing, and you come inside, and you can see that there is very dim light coming from electrical lights that are in here, and Holger, as you are kind of making sure that everything's safe, you find that there is a very grimy and dirty and covered up, or at least mostly covered up by these branches. There is a solar panel on the roof.
Sweet.
Oh,
When we found this, was the door open or closed on?
Open. In fact, it's the opening is kind of like the entrance into an igloo. It's got a little kind of hallway that a vestibule that goes into the main area. It is 2 stories. On the ground floor, there is and everything's made out of this fusion pressed stone like construction material. And so all the furniture, it's not comfortable. It's hard as a rock, but at least you have some place to sit. There's a small area for building a campfire, or not really a campfire. It has like a small fireplace built into the stone work. There is stone shelves, and you even find that there are some ration packs that have been left here. Upstairs, there's a small little like curving stairwell that goes up, and on the second floor there are spaces to lay out bedrolls, sleeping bags.
We
Wow,
have
this is
those.
like a paradise.
Yeah.
Compared to what you've been doing, this is like staying at the Four Seasons.
I want to
Yeah.
go
I'm
outside
so pumped.
and look around and see if there's any evidence of past flooding. And if so, I want to see if the shelter is above or below high tide.
Well, I mean,
Basically, because we can see that there's a large storm, which means that there's probably going to be a big flood wave coming through.
yeah, I mean, the whole area shows signs of possible flooding. Well, where this particular shelter is, because it is kind of at the base of the mountains. Any floodwaters, they're going to be moving down. So you're not going to be in the floodwaters. If you were at the bottom of the mountains, you'd be screwed.
Okay.
Like further down here is, this river is gonna swell quite a bit.
Okay.
But you're at the
Oh,
headwaters,
damn.
so.
Sweet.
So,
No.
first of all, everybody can roll. So, okay. I will start with Holger. Holger, what is your current endurance?
My current endurance 6.
Okay. Hold on just a second. There it is. Okay. So you got a +0. Go ahead and roll 1d plus 0.
4.
So now that you guys are in a dry, comfortable area, you are able to heal up. So four endurance points for a full day.
I only need,
If you stay here for a full day, you would get
Yeah.
back four endurance points.
that fills me back up. I'm whole again.
Okay. Zvart, what is your endurance currently at?
6.
So roll 1d plus 0. You get 2 back.
Which makes me whole.
Okay. What about Zerzy?
1.
Oof.
Ooh.
Roll 1d minus 2. Oh shit.
I got a -1.
So
we need to band together and help him.
So Zerzy's not getting better. He seems like he's getting worse. And in the middle of the night, he starts shivering. He's starting to get sick. What's Faye's endurance at?
4.
Roll 1d minus 1.
3.
Okay, so you get 3 endurance back.
I am filled up too, so we need to help Zerzy.
Yeah.
We need
So
to
your-
use med kit
Your
and shit.
leg is still in a in the gel cast from the med kit. Whoever wants to try to do first aid on Zerzy certainly can.
All right, I'll get a +1 to whatever this says because of the med kit.
Nice.
How about a 12?
Oh, sweet.
So Zerzy, you get 4 endurance points back throughout the night as he is injecting you with antivirals and
On drugs, I hope.
yeah,
too. No.
well, probably not. They're cold meds. And, I mean, he might give you a little too much Benadryl, and you might sit there and hallucinate a little bit, but you'll be fine. Faye, roll a recon plus intellect check.
Okay. Hey, 8.
Okay, so as you are kind of setting up, your little nest in here, for you guys to heal up a little bit, you find that there is a radio transceiver in here.
Awesome. Okay, can I try and use it now?
You certainly can. Hold on, let me tell you. Let's see. This would be. Oh, here we go. Communication.
Yeah, I mean, with the old man fucking going downhill like that, even if we did do successful, I mean, I don't feel comfortable with him traveling at the very. I mean, so using the comms is probably our only hope.
This is a tech level 9 regional transceiver for 500-kilometer distance. But it is very, very low on power.
We need to use the solar panel to charge it then.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's nighttime.
Svart is building a fire in the fireplace. Who wants to? I guess that would be a. Well, you can make it. Whoever wants to, you can send Casey out if you want. Whoever wants to can make another survival plus intellect check.
AC does have survival, so that makes sense to do. 8.
Okay, so Casey's outside. You can hear the sound of thunder, and you can start to hear the rain coming down, and it's coming down in sheets. Like this isn't like the rain that you've experienced as yet. This is just a deluge coming down. And Casey's up on the roof of this hut for maybe 15-20 minutes. He comes in and he is soaked. Even through his poncho, he's soaked. But he actually used the rainwater to clean this thing off. And as soon as he cleans it off, you start to get a little, you can see that some of the lights brighten up a little bit, but it's getting towards evening, so you're not going to get any decent sunlight until morning. And so, you could just let this thing stay hooked up so that it can build up a charge and then try again in the morning.
Yeah, that makes sense to do. That's the plan.
Okay.
I spent quite a bit of time in Asia during hurricanes. I mean, typhoons.
Yes, typhoons.
So it's just like home.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, the water is just coming down. Not just the sky at this point. Now it's literally roaring down the mountain in small rivers. And like I said, this riverhead here starts to swell. Probably a good thing that the settlement's not directly on the banks, because that would be a problem.
I'm gonna, like, when I'm taking a break from, checking his colon and draining fluid from his knee and stuff, I want to set my camera up, like, kind of inside the entrance, pointing out, and I'm going to strip down to my fucking underwear. I'm going to go stand out in the rain with the wind, and I'm going to, like, give this report, like, as you can see, the fucking wind is just coming. It's fucking insane. And it's coming down, and we're here in the shelter, and I'm giving my thing. I'm making my videos.
Okay. Crazy Vikings. So you guys bed down for the night, and make it through the night. There's no the shelter holds. It's you can tell this place has probably been here for about a century, but it's solid. I mean, you can't go wrong with stone construction. And so
Here's
this
some soap. Here's some soap. Take a bath.
yes, right.
You need it.
Right. Yeah, you guys can stand outside and take a shower, however you want to do it. So the next morning comes around, and you can see that the battery on the transceiver is quite a bit stronger. What am I looking at? Oh, that's right. So, Faye, if you'd like, you can make an electronics comms plus intellect check. Or education, your choice.
Eight.
You got an 8?
Yes.
Excellent. So, you are fiddling with this, and you finally start you hear that whine and click and gravelly sound of it tuning in to a active frequency, and it is the other shuttle from Skander,
Oh.
and they are calling out. They're calling out Skander landing party. Do you copy? And they just keep repeating that over and over.
Yes, we copy. We're gonna reply.
Okay, so you are able to get a hold of them, and they tell you they are very glad to hear from you. Skander is Skander has already located your crash site, and they are in the process of recovering the other shuttle, and of course all the cargo that was left in the cargo hold. And they sent the second shuttle off to run over the area trying to locate you. And so they want to know if there are injuries. Is there what kind of assistance do you need?
There's minor injuries. We need food, and we need transport.
Okay, so they after about probably about a good 20 minutes, you can hear the sound of the maneuver drive as this shuttle sets down, and
Sweet.
and they find a location to set down and bring everybody aboard.
Oh, thank goodness.
So who is still injured?
Me.
I think it's just Cersei, isn't it?
I technically am, but it's like not really affecting my stats.
Right. Yeah, you still have your cast on, but Cersei's still in the throes of illness, and so they set out for Adamu, and they tell you the crew tell you that that Skander was going to meet them at Adamu, or they were to radio back. But if you're in need of medical assistance, then they will head to Adamu, and Skander will pick everybody up there. And so they get you over to Adamu, and Adamu, the settlement. I don't think they don't really say much about the settlement, other than it's there, it exists. So they have. I mean, this is a tech level 5 frontier, like really frontier settlement. It's got a wood palisade type wall built around it, and there are some prefab structures here. They don't have any kind of port. They've got an area that's a flat, roughly mostly flat area that they have kind of cleared off for ships to land, which is one of these areas is where the shuttle lands, and they do have a well, he's not really a medical doctor, but he's kind of serving as their medical doctor. So he is going to make a check here. So he administers some herbal remedies that and has Zerzy drink a tea that is from local. It tastes awful, but Zerzy gets another 1 endurance point back. And the in air quotes doctor tells you guys that that your friend should be all right, and in a couple of days he's just got to fight off this local bug. He's like, it's really not much more than a cold, but it'll make you feel miserable for a couple of days. And so you are in this I was gonna say dusty, but it's not. It's muddy. It's wet.
Is there a mayor or a tribal chief,
Not real.
elder,
Not
a person that most people look up to?
the
I
town.
mean,
The
you know,
town has a constable. And
okay.
aside from that, there's not really a mayor. Pretty much everybody just kind of does what they want, and I mean, if there's never really been a situation where the settlement had to get together and make any major decisions. It was like, oh well, that needs doing, and so these 5 guys are going to go over there and make sure that whatever that is gets done. And these guys over here, they're going to go hunt. And I mean,
Well,
everybody,
who's got?
it's a true frontier.
Well, I mean, is there a nice building that someone might be living in or working? I mean, trying to find the wealth. I'm wanting to find, maybe assess the trade.
Not
I mean,
really.
if there's any, yeah, if there's any possibility of anything to trade, or if they've got anything that I don't even know if they've got currency here.
They do have some currency, and I mean, they themselves don't have a ship that is in working order. Even a small craft. But they're not completely they're not completely foreign to the idea of ships arriving. Occasionally, like once every 2 years on the regular, some kind of supply ship shows up, and they do some trading with them. But aside from that, um, ships are not a regular occurrence here at Instuv.
I want to ask Ron if that other ship we are flying here with is here.
They were. And all they said was that the captain of that ship, they said that they were waiting for you, and you guys never arrived. They assumed that you may have turned around and gone back.
Sus.
Damn it. Well,
Mm.
well, still can kind of go around and see if anybody's interested in purchasing some of our tons of goods that we have on the scanner. We can probably have it delivered
Okay.
if they wanted it. I do have a computer, so I would think I would have a quick list of whatever the fuck we've got for sale.
Yes, you definitely would. And I can.
And I'll tell everybody, like this. It's a group effort. If I make any sale, I'm gonna share the glory with us all.
Share the wealth.
Yeah. By Odin's clapping cheeks. I'm not no motherfucking stingy motherfucker.
Let's see. This is. I guess maybe I had it under cargo.
You ever look at my character sheet under notes? I have this list of all these stupid fucking sayings like that.
So-
I just attach them on.
So here is a list of stuff that is on Scander currently, and then
I thought that we had a list of
Yeah.
stuff we brought. Somebody had a list.
We have some alcohol too that we've picked up.
yes, you've got 6 tons of Kondarian liquor. You've got 80 tons of cobalt, and you are down from this. You are down 5 tons of common industrial goods.
Oh.
Whatever. So it says 400 tons. You're
Yeah.
actually at 395.
I mean, I'm gonna offer it all up at, I'm gonna tell them just straight up, I've got a price. I'm not haggling. You can take it or leave it. And,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna do base price on it all.
Go ahead and you can either make a persuade plus social check, or you can make a broker plus social check.
I think I've got to go with persuade.
I could broker if you want me to.
then
If
broker.
there's any kind of weapon stealer or arms dealer, I'd like to speak with them.
No, but they do have like a general store that has a couple of low end weapons available.
I got a 10 on my broker check.
Okay. So yeah, they would be interested in, let's see here. They would be interested in buying some of the common electronics. That's really about it. But they're probably not even willing to purchase like an entire ton. So
Wow.
here is trade goods. In electronics, you usually go for a base price around 20,000 per ton. You'll have to extrapolate how much you want to sell those for individually.
Oof. Let's see
That sounds
here.
like a pain in the ass.
Well, they probably
Yeah, it does.
so they probably are looking for some. Let's see here. They are probably looking for.
Do they have any kind of commodities here at all? I mean, animals or
Furs.
or
So
they have a lot of furs.
So they do have a lot of
That's
furs. And this, they have. I don't know if you. This wouldn't really count as furs. It's almost more like a like a lizard type hide, and you see a number of these creatures around the settlement, outside the walls. They graze kind of like buffalo, and they look like this. I mean, they're not small.
Oh, those are cute.
I mean, they may fetch a pretty penny on other planets.
And so they've got they've got plate face hides that they you see several people are wearing, boots made of plate face and a hide, and there's some people that have jackets made of it. But that's usually their most common. That's probably one of the more common goods that are available here.
If they really like those electronics, why don't you see if you can get leather goods and stuff like that, and see if you can get more value. I mean, if you give it a value, see if we can get the better end of a deal.
Okay.
What if we get some of these animals and sell them to another planet, and we also could get more people to transport?
Well, do we have anybody that has any skills that would help us keep these animals alive? I mean, they need to be fed, and I mean, are
What if we
you
just-
gonna go in
Shit
there?
everywhere.
Yeah, someone's got to wipe their butts.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to clean up the cargo hold after they.
We
Yeah.
could, I was saying we could get some people here and see if any of them want to come travel the stars with their animals.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, it's not.
I kind of am. I don't know.
Maybe some eggs? Do they have big eggs? Or do they have like live born or
They have live
what's
born.
that- Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like this strange amalgamation between like a lizard and a mammal.
That must smell awful. Like looking at these things,
Mhm.
that's my main thought. Is they probably smell terrible. I don't want to be in an enclosed
It's a
space
very
with them.
earthy scent.
yeah. Well, I mean, if they have leathers and stuff, I mean, if we're, whatever the base value you think would be of the leathers, if it was like 1,000 credits per ton, if we could get like 25 tons of that for 1 ton of these electronic goods or
I
whatever.
don't think they'll
that
have
phase.
25 tons of leathers laying around.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna have that many. I mean,
It could be an
I don't even
assortment
think
of
they have
different
1
things.
ton of leathers lying around. I mean,
You
It's
know,
only
I don't
300
even.
people.
I'm just really glad we survived. I'm not even gonna try and impress our boss or whatever. I just want to get out of here.
Yeah.
This place really
Uh,
sucks.
Yeah, it does. We need a ride.
okay.
We have a ride.
So yeah, after the following day, Skander arrives and sets down, and Magnus comes out. And hold on, I was going to show you. So to give you an idea of what some of these buildings, not all of these buildings, but what some of them look like. There we go. Most of the buildings in this town are, or settlement, I don't even know if you could call it a town, but most of these buildings are made of wood and, natural materials. And then some of them are prefabs.
They would have tons of wood, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but most of the wood is
Shit.
well, it's from these low-lying, brushy tree type things, and the building that you are in, or have been spending most of the time in, because of this is where all the medical supplies are, kind of looks like this. And so, like I said, they're not completely, out of, technology. But pretty much everything else around here, the highest tech you're seeing is like tech level 5. Even the transceiver that they've got in this prefab that you're in, it's like a tech level 5 radio transceiver, and it's got maybe a 50-kilometer range. It's not even going to reach orbit. It usually they know that a ship is coming in, because as soon as it's within range, then they radio the town of Adamu.
I
But they're not.
propose that we give them a tech level 10 receiver.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Mhm.
think? We have tons
If
of
you-
electronics. Surely we can just give one away to the town.
Yeah, that's up to
Why
you.
don't you trade that for leather? That seems like we'll get a cool souvenir.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
they would trade you. They would trade you, each of you, some piece of leather goods, like a jacket or a pair of boots or a belt. Each one of you could get one of these leather items in exchange. Their thanks for you giving them the receiver or transceiver.
What about
Okay.
can we get, like, do they have like a taxidermist or somebody that can really hook my dog skull, my little spiky dog skull up? Whatever the fuck
Yeah.
that thing is that we killed. We
Razor
took the
mouth?
skull. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the skull. I mean, you wouldn't really need a taxidermist, but they've got enough people here that know how to clean these things. If you want to clean, if you want to
Yeah.
clean skull, they know how to do that.
Cleaned and mounted.
They probably
on
their local
on a-
tavern probably has them as like chandeliers.
Yeah. Well, I wanna get it and have it, cleaned and mounted. Maybe get somebody to, put some braided leather straps with beads and shit on it.
Yeah,
Make it look real nice.
yeah, they'll do
Put
that
up
for
in
you.
our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I gotta pay for it, I don't give a shit. But that's what I'll do.
No, in exchange for the transceiver, they will be happy to do that. And so Skander sets down, and you can see that there is still kind of hanging off the side of Skander. There was like a crane that they used to lift up the crash shuttle, And immediately coming into the prefab, uh, I just completely brain farted. What's his name? Magnus Sundstrom comes into the prefab, and he comes over and he pats you all on the shoulder, and Zerzie's still kind of laying in bed, and he says, "Ah, I'm so glad that you are all right. You, you all came together as a team and got yourselves through this. Everybody can roll 2D."
4. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Faye?
6.
And what about
6 for me.
What case you get?
10.
He got a 10. And so Magnus, comes around and pats you all on the shoulder, welcoming you back, and he's just glad that you made it through this. This was, of course, not something that he had ever really planned on, and so he counts this as you guys going above and beyond, and you all came together as a group and were able to get through this. And so they pack you guys up. Zerzi, they move you into Skander's medical bay. There it is.
Before we leave, I want to let him know that we did come across ruins of high tech level ancient people.
Okay.
We came across some ruins, but
yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, I guess they would be considered ancient ruins, but I mean, who knows? At some point, somebody or there might have been, a higher tech colony that may have been placed here and it failed. It's hard to say. There's not a whole lot of background information on Instuv. It could have been a corporate facility. Who knows? But he's very interested in knowing about that. But he makes sure he's like, there'll be time to discuss this again later, and wants to make sure that you are taken care of. I thought there. Am I missing? Oh no, it's over here. Like, where the fuck did the thing go? Where's my? Yeah, 23. Okay. Trying to find. Okay. Am I just blind? There it is, right there. So they bring Zerzi into the medical bay, and the other shuttle lifts off and redocks with Skander right there on the ground. And all of you, and I need to look at sheet. First thing is, you all get survival at 0.
We eat.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
AC already had it at 0. It just stays there, right?
Yeah, I would just stay there.
Okay, that's fine.
And you also get navigation at 0.
Ooh.
is that a skill or a specialty?
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
Did we add another week to our training?
No.
I guess not, because we weren't in the ship or anything.
Yeah, you were spending too much time trying to just make it from day to day.
Survive.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so Holger and Faye, who Faye's of course still in her cast, but You're told by the by the medic aboard that you're probably going to be okay. You'll probably be able to get out of that cast by the end of the week. And
Oh, good.
Holger, you can make a piloting plus dex check.
The spacecraft. There you go.
Nice. So
13.
everything's all said and done, and Magnus has no problem with the fact that you guys gave a piece of electronics away. He even shrugs. He says, "Who knows? Maybe in a year's time we come back and that one piece of technology you gave them, maybe that will wet their whistle and they'll want to purchase more." Although as as you're taking off, he's like looking down. He's like, "But I don't see that they have a lot of money." and so the ship lifts off.
So is this the planet they want to use for a new trade route?
No.
We were just checking shit out.
Yeah, this was so you are in the Carden system, and Carden itself isn't much of anything. And it was just a stopover point. Thought maybe he might be able to make a little bit of money, but there wasn't. And you guys were basically given like 36 hours leave while Skander fueled up, and then these guys were offered, by another trader that was on guard and said, "Hey, there's Instuv. You might go over there and see if there's something to trade. That they have a little colony over there that might be interested." There's just not really a whole lot to be made here. But I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Cody?
I was going to say I will give him my jar with the dead army ant inside of it.
Oh, okay. So he's
as
like,
as a little souvenir.
He's like, "That's quite interesting." So he sets it on his desk. But yeah, he tells you that Faye will probably be out of her cast in about a week, and 2-3 days in the med bay, and Zerzi should be okay. Who wants to make an astrogation plus intellect check?
Probably
Intellect.
Casey.
I think that's Casey.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this using a machine?
Well, it does use the computers of the scanner.
I'll say I might be tempted to use my psionics to make it easier for him.
Let's see here. Astrogation at 0, intellect. Jeez, +3. My goodness. So that's 10.
Okay, so astrogation is laid in, and whoever wants to make a engineering J drive plus intellect check can do so, and they get a +1 on that.
That's Casey too.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. And that's like 14. He did great.
All right, so there is a jump. You guys can add a week of study time to your next skill that you are studying. There you are.
It's 8 weeks in order to upgrade it, right?
If it's at 8 weeks, then you get to make a roll. What were you studying?
I was studying diplomat. I'm at week 4 right now.
Okay.
That's interesting because I have it at 1 already.
A diplomat?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the only one I have.
It's a good one to have.
Oh, I have one in admin too.
I've got that too. I'm just trying to
I have
make
one
it
in
even
advocate.
better.
So you have diplomat at 2?
Yeah. I'm
So-
just trying to raise up to 3.
So to go to 3, that's going to take 3 8-week study terms.
Okay.
So,
That's fine.
and at the end of each 8 weeks, you make a roll. to see if you continue on to the next 8 weeks. That way you don't lose, 24 weeks worth of time to. You would only lose that 8 hour or that 8 week period. Anyways,
Okay.
You guys jump, and throughout the week you're studying. The crew is all fairly impressed with everybody at how much you are able to, how you worked well together. And a lot of them are like, if I was down on a planet in the wilderness, I don't know that I'd have been able to do as well. And you get drinks poured for you throughout the week. And after like 4 days, Zerzi's out of the med bay, and Faye is able to get out of her cast. But all of you can roll another 2D.
No modifiers.
No modifiers.
I got a
7.
6.
Okay.
5.
Should I roll some for Casey too?
Yes.
Ooh, Casey got snake eyes.
Oof. Okay.
Sorry.
Let's see here. What did Holger get?
Holger got a 7.
A 7. Okay. So, yeah, the crew is I mean, they're fairly impressed with you that you were able to come together for that. The next stop is Dorannia or Dorannia. Dorannia is a rock ball world. There's very little water, but it is commonly advertised as atomic Dorannia. And this is because Dorannia has a industry of mining fissionable material, and they are commonly known as selling devices based on nuclear energy to pretty much anybody that wants to buy them. And Magnus is stopping over. He says it could be a potentially viable market, but the population is pretty small as far as getting too many exports. So he does see that there is a possibility of some future business to be had here, but aside from that, he doesn't have a whole lot of he doesn't have a whole big grand scheme for Dorannia, but it is going to be the jumping off point because right before reaching Bellaria, which is really where he is planning on making big sales, is at Bellaria, but he wanted to stop at Dorannia first. And so this is the Dorannia system. And as you are coming in, the communications net immediately comes alive, basically trying to sell nuclear devices.
I want a nuclear grenade.
We're gonna make some money here, ladies and gentlemen.
Nuclear stuff is really frowned upon. We shouldn't take such liberties without permission.
So not everything is a weapon. There are, this is kind of like 1950s America. Like they thought nuclear was going to be everything, and so there's like mid-tech machinery that's nuclear powered. There's you can buy a box of cereal and get a plutonium ring in every box. I mean that these guys have pretty much a market of varying goods that are made from fissionables.
I want a grenade.
I don't think they have a nuclear grenade. I mean, aside from the fact that that sounds like a terrible idea, but that doesn't mean that they don't have other explosive devices. Um, and some of these ads that are coming in on the net are for that. Like there are arms merchants that are selling nukes. There are you know there's a ad from coming in from a convenience or not a convenience a furniture store that an appliance store that's selling nuclear powered auto laundries. It'll never have to be recharged. It's good forever. There's just a ton of items. Somebody's coming up with the idea of a nuclear powered ground car. And of course, this is all fissionable material, not fusion. So it's a lot of it's questionable, but Magnus is just kind of ignoring it. And he just tells he tells Holger, go ahead and set us down. So Dorannia, to give you an idea, again, they don't.
Can I get a polarium dart to stab people with?
I mean,
Wow.
Give them radioactive poisoning and they die in a week.
right? Yeah,
This is a
polonium.
merchant ship.
Right. Right.
Hey, you got to realize I was on a free trader. We had to do all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You're safe now. You don't need to do that anymore.
I was the quote unquote fourth author. I had security and cargo. Who knows what we picked up? I don't even know.
So they only have a frontier starport again, just kind of a leveled out area for you to land. But oh my god, there we go. It is.
Is this a nice place to set down? Guess you're about to get into that, huh?
Well, it's about
Like
60
air and gravity and all that.
It's about 6,400 kilometers in diameter. It's about the size of Mars. It has a 0.35 surface gravity. It has...
Oh, so it's very light gravity.
Yeah, very thin, tainted atmosphere with a pressure between
Yeah.
0.1 and 0.42. It does require, if you're out in the open, to be wearing a filter mask or a respirator.
Well, as we're landing, I want to put out a ship-wide warning that farts do leave the butt at 7 miles per hour, and this is an extremely low gravity environment. So take note.
So in a day, your fart could literally go around the equator and come back to you.
It could, and if you think about it, a fart has little particles and stuff out of somebody's butt, and when you smell it, it's those particles that have gone inside your body, and absorbed in your skin in the nose. So, I mean, you've absorbed fecal matter if you smell a fart.
So it has it only has about 6% water. It is a very dry world.
So tell me, what's the law? What's the law level?
Oh, we'll get to that. They have hundreds of thousands of people that live here, though. For some reason, I don't know why anybody would want to live here. And they have a civil service bureaucracy government. Law level is 8. All bladed weapons and stunners are banned.
How are we supposed to chop up our food and eat it?
Right. Well, it's kind of like the new law that they're trying to pass in England that even kitchen knives aren't allowed to have a fucking point anymore. They're all going to be like a Tanto blade, just a blunted
It's so
end.
dumb.
It's so stupid. But sorry, England, but that's just dumb.
No, you're supposed to make fun of England.
That's the
our
American thing to
country
do. Yeah.
culture. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I like England, but that's just dumb. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, no, all bladed
That's
weapon
where we'll be
stunners, all visible
That's where-
armor is banned.
I can't wear my cloth armor.
Nope. Not unless you want to get arrested.
I don't think I'm leaving the ship.
So,
All right.
and
can-
but they
how
but
can
they
I
do
be
have
a
a tech
proper-
level of 8. So, you know,
So they're like we are now.
no, we would be on like we'd be probably closer to tech level 7, and even that is, it's not an exact science. There's some things where we'd be at like the beginning of tech level 7. There's some things where we'd be at the mid level of tech level 7, and then there are some things where you're prototyping into tech level 8. But so they're a little bit more advanced than we are. But yeah, you come in. Holger can make another piloting plus dex check.
All right. Sorry, I closed my character sheet.
Oh,
And
I do that all the time.
yeah, here we go. Spacecraft.
Oh, nice.
10.
So
Yeah.
you come in, and this frontier landing area, you see a lot of very, very flat ground. I mean, you can pretty much land anywhere, right? As long as it's not on a building, I don't think anybody's care. But you can see that there are at least some beacon lights that are flashing, showing where they generally have people dock, and you can see that there are some very rustic loading gantries and things like that for cargo, but they don't have anything fancy like an auto loader or anything like that. But as you are flying over, you do see there are a number of these things moving about out in the fields out on the open ground, and these are the basic their most basic form of transportation. And I mean, one of these things will haul like 180 people, and it's a tracked vehicle that just moves around, between the various towns.
It's for 67 million credits.
This one is, yeah. I mean, they have them in all sizes. This is the biggest one. It has a crew of 3 to drive it, and it'll take 180 passengers. So some of these things are just massive. They also use them as cargo vehicles, and they themselves have a fission nuclear power plant in them, and you can only imagine that most of them are hauling fissionable material. I mean, it just sounds like a terrible idea. But, here they are.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
So
Do they have any
passenger
use
car-
for some cobalt?
They probably would.
They will, because
Sweet.
cobalt's radioactive. It's useful in potential weapons and medical as radiation.
And electronics, and I mean,
Said we're gonna make money.
yeah. So Holger sets the ship down, and again, Magnus tells you that you're going to be here, maybe a maximum of 40 hours. So he's like, don't go too far. But this is your chance to see how trade is carried out on a large scale. So Magnus has already he was on a call in his office as you were coming into landing, and he has set up a kind of fancy dinner party kind of situation, and he invites you to come with him. This is going to be how large-scale trade is generally done. And he tells you, he says, if you want to go with him, you know, you're going to want to dress your best, suits and
I
gowns,
can do that.
and
Sounds like right up my alley.
pressed uniforms if that's what you want to do.
I'll use my clothing consultant.
There you go. You've got a clothing consultant that'll.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, every time I don't need a clothing consultant because I have my wife. But I mean, I could have like Alexa attached to a mirror, and I could just hear Alexa be like, "No, that looks fucking awful. You need to change. Why are you wearing a T-shirt with a kilt?" And so,
You
I
don't.
just got a
Wait
bunch
a
of
minute.
cool leather stuff from the last planet.
right?
You mean I can't wear a kilt with a t-shirt with my kilt?
Well, I do all the time. I mean, you know. Holger, are you going to the fancy dinner party?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys get all decked out, and you are a one of these fusion tracked vehicles is sent to pick you up, and you know, it's not really a limousine, but I mean, kind of. It's far fancier than a lot of the other trawlers that are moving around, and you are driven to this fairly nice estate building out in the middle of Dorannia's desert, and they've got fountains and all sorts of stuff. I mean, just looking at this, knowing that this planet has so little water, it seems like it's almost a waste for them to have these fountains going, but they are putting it up to the night. They even have like patches of grass that they're watering and whatnot. And as you come in, it is like a large ballroom that you are led into, and there are people all over the place that are hanging out. You're wearing your gold sash and medals, and yes. So, and I assume you're probably wearing your turban. That
I am wearing the finest in diplomatic apparel.
okay. and Svard is wearing his clan kilt, and so you come in there, all just a bunch of people in suits and gowns and Dorannia military uniforms, and they're all chit-chatting, and Magnus spends like very little time getting into a conversation with a number of people, and there are serving staff coming around with silver trays. They've got flutes of champagne and little delicacy foods, and most of this most of the food and of course the champagne that are being offered are not local to Dorannia. I mean, unless you want to eat scorpions or snakes, but all of this stuff seems to have come in. So these guys are making money pretty well, and you see that Magnus is immediately getting into a conversation. All of you can make a recon plus intellect check. And
12.
and actually, Faye, with your broker skill, and Zerzi, because of your diplomatic expertise, you actually can roll a third dice. You can roll those with boons. So you can take the two highest dice.
So I got a 12 then.
Okay.
And I got a 9.
Okay.
Casey got a 12.
And Zart got it too. So you guys recognize that that Magnus begins negotiating a deal to provide around 100 tons of machinery and electronics. And the kicker on that is that there is an option to the guy. He's giving the option to this guy to that in the future, because of his contacts back on Narsil, is that this guy can order that machinery at the same price from his contacts in the future. This is pretty common when these big deals are done, especially between corporations and governments. And so, right now, Magnus is kind of right in the stickiest part of this negotiation, because if this letter of writ were presented and couldn't be properly authenticated at Narsil, that would be a pretty huge embarrassment, not only to Magnus, but to the representatives from Dorannia. And so this is kind of the stickiest part of the negotiation. And while you guys are kind of listening in on Magnus is a master salesman, and you're kind of listening in on this deal, this guy in a like a burgundy suit with a dark blue silk sash and a number of military medals on it, taps Zerzy on the shoulder and says, excuse me, you look like the type of individual that I would be looking to talk to.
Oh yes, how may I help you? I am Zerzy Tal Akrashash.
Welcome to our world. I am I am a munitions dealer, and I am looking to sell 18 tons of nuclear munitions, and I must offload them quickly. My business is about to go out. I'm selling the business and moving on, and so because of that, I'm willing to sell these 18 tons of nuclear munitions at 60,000 credits per ton. I know that figure is so low that it's hard to believe. You're probably thinking that there's something nefarious on my end. No, it's all up and up. I must sell the business, and so I have to liquidate my stock. Would this be something you'd be interested in?
But of course, I mean, we are part of a trading ship. We're always looking to buy and sell things. We've actually got some fun things that you, as in not just you personally, but your people here would be interested in. We have some fairly high grade cobalt in our cargo. And you, as well as I, know that cobalt is very useful in the production of many nuclear things.
He says, indeed it is. He says, how much would you be willing to sell this cobalt for?
So I honestly don't remember what it's worth.
I can bring up the trade chart. So here is the trade chart. Now, that would fall under... I think we had placed it under common raw materials, but I don't... I would think...
Is it a common...
I would think it's probably...
common ore?
Uncommon ore is what I was thinking. So uncommon ore usually goes for about 5,000 a ton, and you have 80 tons.
I need to get out my calculator.
I hear you.
For some. If anybody else has something to say, feel free to while I'm doing all this. And he has 18 tons for 60,000 each.
Yeah, he's got 18 tons of nuclear munitions for 60,000 each. Now, nuclear munitions, I mean, they're leaving this pretty open, but you can probably imagine these are missiles. Like what you would load into a ship's missile rack.
We'll get in trouble getting caught with that.
Yeah. We need somewhere to offload it if we're gonna take these, don't we?
What if we just get like small nuclear munitions like Davy Crockett's and stuff like that, for example, if you know what that means. Like nuclear artillery rounds. Or if they've invented nuclear hand grenades from like Fallout.
They don't have nuclear hand grenades, which is probably You know, every time I play that game, and you get the mini nuke launcher, every time I end up killing myself. It's like you can
Yep.
never be far enough away. Not
You
ever.
gotta like stand on a hill, pretty
Yes.
much. You gotta be, and yeah, that's the only way to not die. It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we? Isn't like part of the secret of this whole expedition is potentially looking for places to help militarily?
That
Wasn't
is
that
true.
part of the thing?
That is true.
Do we ask our boss if he knows somewhere to unload these quickly, or if he's like cool with having a bunch of black market cargo on board?
Yeah, I mean, if Faye wants to whisper in Magnus's ear, you certainly
It's
can.
his ship. I don't wanna get connected to this if it's gonna get me in trouble.
So he's in the middle of signing this deal, and you kind of whisper this to him, and he says he turns to you and he kind of steps away from the deal for a moment, and he whispers to you. He says, "I decided on this trip to not bring weapons for sale." He says the Imperials might object to somebody selling arms in their backyard. And he says, if you can imagine, can you imagine the backlash if sword worlders were found selling nukes to irresponsible users? He says, I would not want to purchase nuclear munitions, and you should go shut that deal down.
Okay, I can do that. I think.
Okay. So meanwhile, Zerzi and this guy are discussing this cobalt. So Zerzi, you can make a. This is really a broker check.
Yeah, I've got diplomacy and admin skills only.
Well, I mean, it's broker plus intellect -3.
I'll just do intellect -3. Probably gonna go bad, but we'll see. Yes, it went bad.
Ooh, yes, it did. So he is willing to offer you only the base cost of 20,000 per ton for your
Do we remember
80 tons
what
of cobalt.
what we paid per ton?
I don't.
It was considerably less than, I think it was like 6,000 a ton. I mean, 20 is going to be a profit for you.
Okay. How much? Faye, do you come and like tell me that we're not supposed to buy nuclear weapons?
Yeah, he doesn't want those on his ship. If you want me
I
to
will
try and broker with this guy, I could though.
Well, I'll tell the guy that my boss kind of frowns upon us having vastly destructive weapons. However, if you have like nuclear engines or any kind of thing like that, that is something that
He does not. He's
just
a
an arms
munitions dealer. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
well,
tell-
we'll keep our ear to the ground at the party, and if there's anybody that can take these things off his hands, we'll direct them his way.
Okay.
Or we'll middleman that, make a quick profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
possibility too.
Well,
So, did you want Faye
Cool.
to broker this deal for the cobalt, or do you want to?
Yeah, I'll in a diplomatic way just be like, I will let my second discuss the finer details with you about the final price.
Okay, so Faye, you can go ahead and make a broker plus intellect check.
okay. That's 11.
Ooh, that is pretty good. There. Go ahead and roll 1d times 20.
Damn.
5, so
It's 100.
yeah.
So he will give you, after he gets done bantering back and forth with Faye, he looks to increase she is able to get him to increase the price to 21,000 per ton.
That's a good deal. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's sell
Underpants.
all of it. Does anyone have any objections to that?
No. That's
No, I
mean,
don't
that's-
like this crap. Let's get rid of it.
So
I mean, that's
that comes to
1.68
1.68 mega credits profit
Excellent.
to back to Scander. So that's a good thing. So yeah, he agrees to purchase that. Holger and Svart, were you guys going to be moving around the party, kind of keeping an ear open for somebody that wants to buy this guy's munitions, or are you just kind of hanging around? What are you guys doing?
I mean, they seem to be doing a whole bunch of stuff on the munitions and everything. I think I am going to try to eavesdrop and see if I can find juicy gossip or intelligence that might be beneficial to our cause.
Okay.
And if something along that lines happens to be munitions, then someone looking to buy nuclear missiles, then great. But I'm really not focused on anything. I'm just trying to find, I'm trying to be a good little spy.
Okay. Go ahead and make a. I guess this would be a carouse plus social check.
All right.
Oh,
How about that? 13.
Yeah. Okay. So.
If I'm carousing, I'm telling stories. I'm like, hey man, check out this video from when we got stranded. I'm in the fucking weather. We had to kill this fucking razor dog, and then the old man got injured jacking off outside the tent. Fucking busted his knee. I had to fucking be the medic on that shit. It's fucking crazy.
So you're kind of moving around this party, and you do hear some news. I need to find. Let's see, where is it?
No.
So you hear that that there has been a sighting, not in this system, but in not far from here. In fact, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 parsecs from here. You hear that there are a couple of merchants that are talking, and they mentioned that there was a sighting of Tamra's Tavern in the Astaltine system. And evidently what these guys are apparently discussing is that Tamra's Tavern is actually, it is a tavern, but it is a converted mercenary cruiser that is wanted by the Empire. Basically she absconded with this ship, and she has converted it into kind of a traveling combination of entertainment venue, as well as a location for the seedier elements to conduct high-end deals aboard her ship. And it jumps all over the place. It is a completely random occurrence, but it was seen in the Astaltine system.
And you know that guy is a spook, that we stole all his shit, right?
Stole
The
all his
gray man. Yeah, man, we stole his booze and his money.
Oh,
and
yes.
Oh yeah,
So
that guy.
I mean, you were guessing that he may. Well, yeah, you know that he is a part of Sword World's military intelligence, naval intelligence to be exact.
right. Okay. I mean, right now I'm at the party and all that and the get together, but I'm definitely gonna, spread that, make sure Magnus has it, and if he's with Sword World Naval Intelligence, I mean, I'm a Navy guy too, so I wouldn't mind tipping him off on that.
Okay.
As a gesture of goodwill for drinking all his high end alcohol.
Even though he doesn't know about it yet.
I feel guilty, I
No,
guess.
he might not. Maybe I'll give him a shot.
Give him a shot of his own liquor.
Yeah, yeah.
What is Svart doing at the party? Oh, Glenn, you are muted.
Oh, darn. I'm walking around with a 6-pack of generic water looking for somebody to talk to me.
Go ahead and make a carouse plus social check. Okay. So you're kind of moving around the party with a 6-pack of your generic water. And
I mean, there's hardly any water on this planet, so I figured if I brought water from off planet, I'm the man.
hold on here. I need to find this guy's name.
I hate this stuff.
What stuff?
My
Generic.
autoimmune leaves these hard dots on my skin, and they don't feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's no fucking
I'm sorry.
fun. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I only got to deal with it till I die.
Yeah, you know. No, and this is.
Oh, they can cure shit now. I mean, hell, we could get invaded by aliens and fuck around and win, and then get all their technology, and a new age in medicine comes. You know,
So
they might even find a cure for herpes.
So you find out that there is a and I had this in the that you find out you strike up a conversation, and these guys are talking about how in the Elizabeth system there is a nobleman who was known as Lord Penford Farnham Blinderby, known as Penny to his old school chums. And this guy tells you, I knew him in school, but we ran in different circles. And he tells you that he is the feudal lord of this backwater, what he considers to be a backwater planet of Elizabeth. Elizabeth isn't really that much of a backwater. It's got a Class B starport. It's not, that's not something to sneeze at. But he's telling you that that it seems that Penny seems to be a little bit, I don't know, a little bored. He was given, he was made a feudal lord on Elizabeth, and it seems that even though this was a great boost to his social spectrum, But it seems that Lord Blenderby is quite bored. There seems there's just nothing to do for him, and he's been looking for he's looking for anybody that can come and basically act as companions for him for a week, offering to put them up in his villa.
Oh my!
Well, that sounds fantastic. Am I the only person that thinks this is fun? Or...
And this merchant that you're talking to, he's like, it's all terribly droll. I mean, Penny seems to have been putting out this ridiculous ad on like it's a personals ad. He's put it out on the system wide network that he's seeking tourists to come stay with him for a week. It's all very odd. It's just not something that you do.
How long are we going to be here?
40 hours.
So you are on Dorannia for 6 days, while Magnus, finishes up his deals, and then of course in that 6 days, that 80 tons of cobalt is offloaded, and you are paid your 1.68 mega credits, or the ship is paid the 1.68 mega credits. But this guy tells you, let's see, it is. Man, there's so much shit here.
I can't comment it because I'm not there. I'm busy with Faye talking to this guy.
He shows you he shows Zvart this ad that he had picked up last time he was in the Elizabeth system, and it is an ad that the Lord Blenderby had put into the local network. Basically, he's looking for a wife, and the ad simply says, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife," which is a quote from Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. And so he says, I mean, this is one of the ads he's put out. I mean, a nobleman doesn't do this sort of thing.
I guess so, sir. What am I supposed to know? I'm a cop. Excalibur.
Yeah, you're an ex-cop. Yeah, and so that's what you learn while you are bouncing around. So as you are on Dorannia, God, screw that name up every single time I say it. I'll be glad when we're off this planet. You're here for another 6 days. The cobalt is unloaded, and I mean, aside from literally every time you step outside, you have to wear a filter mask or a respirator. I mean, if you like living on a really dry desert world, Dorannia is for you. And if you like nuclear fission, I mean, you probably all are going to get some form of cancer within the next 10 years for even having been on this planet. But, what is there anything else you guys want to do on Dorannia while you're here for the next 5 days?
I'll enjoy the heat.
Is there anything we should buy?
Well, let's see. I mean, if you want to purchase nuclear stuff, they have, fission power plant, automobiles. They have. There is a large, highly questionable arms industry on Dorannia. And I'm going to look just for Glenn.
Nuclear powered toasters.
Nuclear powered. Just for Glenn. Here we go. Oh, well, this might be what you're looking for right here.
Nuclear bullets.
Yep, it's a chemical. They have chemical and it's tech level 5. They have chemical rounds. The round creates a cloud of gas, which, depending on composition, this will always be deadly. Um, uh, any living target within the cloud, it has blast 12. So that's 12 meters of blast radius. Any living target within the cloud that does not have a respirator or sealed suit will be attacked as if by a poison with a very difficult 12 plus endurance check, damage 1d, and interval of 1 round. A non-lethal round will do stun damage, while a lethal round causes injury and often death from lung and or skin contact. The cloud dissipates 1d times 3 rounds. Although heavy winds and rain can drastically reduce this time. It's a radioactive. It's basically a dirty bomb in a bullet, is what it is.
I doubt it'll fit my ACR.
Well, I mean, I don't know why not.
It's not like I've been able to use it anyway.
what is the magazine cost for your ACR?
I'd have to look it up. It says
I might have it right here. That is advanced combat rifle. Magazine cost is 15. A full magazine of these will cost 75 credits.
I'll take one magazine
Okay.
and hide it.
Yeah, just keep it stashed. And then
Do you want more, Glenn?
Hmm?
Do you want more?
No.
Yeah,
I think I'll get in less trouble with only one.
Well, and I mean, it's going to be very specific instances where you're going to want to use a bullet like that. I mean, you don't want to just willy-nilly start cutting loose with radioactive, guns. They also have yep. Wait a minute. Why is that TL-12? They've got those now.
That's a special prototype.
I guess so. They're saying that pocket nukes are tech level 12, and I'm like, but they have those now. I mean, I guess.
Do they have any depleted uranium like combat armor or anything? Because depleted uranium is very tough.
It is. Let's see. Hold on, I'm looking at this other stuff. Now, let's see. I would think that they probably do for armor. Let's see. They would have depleted uranium flak shells. I think it's so funny that the cloth jacket that they show as a picture in the Central Supply catalog looks like the flight jacket from the original Battlestar Galactica. Like every time I see that, I'm like, yeah, you guys picked a good one. So yeah, they have depleted uranium flak shell gives protection +8. It's a tech level 9 product, which would be on the higher end of their spectrum. I don't know that they would have anything. Well, obviously, if it's depleted uranium, it's not going to be a polycarapace.
Do they have any kind of like Fallout combat armor or power armor?
Well, no, those would be those would definitely fall into the battle dress kind of situation.
Yeah.
And they're higher.
And a lot of times you need a mercenary's license to be able to buy that military grade shit.
Right. Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, on Dorannia, even with their high
Oh
law
yeah,
level,
here they don't give
the,
a fuck.
yeah, even with their high law level, they can sell this stuff. You're not allowed to carry it around, but these arms merchants are just selling it to anybody. They do have basic combat armor, depleted uranium. It is a powered suit, but it would require that you have a military license in order to purchase it. That's mandated by the government.
What about? So you said that they have like nuclear powered cars. Do they have any like small personal transports or anything? Like something small that I could probably afford?
That they do.
I mean, we could always use more vehicles. I mean, yeah, if you shoot
you-
it in a nuclear reactor, it may make a nice little pretty explosion, but you know.
Are you looking for like a flashy ground vehicle or?
Yeah, like do they have like anything like yeah, anything somewhat flashy?
Yeah, let's see. I know what I'm looking for. There is a sports car. Oh, is that it? No, that's just a regular ground car. There was an,
Would they have like mini copters or any kind of nuclear powered small vehicles? Because maybe we could use something like that.
that's what I'm looking at. These are the TL's way too high. So they are selling a there's one arms merchant that specializes in flying planes, and they are selling the Violator strategic bomber for 34.58 mega credits.
I mean, that's a bit out of my range.
I mean, even yeah, finally found something that is out of your range. Here we go.
I'm sad. I was hoping to get like a useless vehicle or something I'll probably never use, but just having it.
They do have this as a in a TL8 version that is run off of a fission power plant. I'll pass this out, and then you guys can look it over, and then we will break for the evening. But here is that. Come on, roll 20. The Socrates field car.
I mean, I don't necessarily need it with the gun on it, but I mean that's pretty cool.
Got a medium autocannon on the roof, you know. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you could drop the cost of that. They'd sell you one for 140,000 credits without the cannon on it.
But it's 143 with the cannon.
Right. So they'd sell you one
So
140.
the cannon's only worth 3,000 credits.
Well, the cannon's not medium autocannon's not worth that much, but they would sell you that for 140,000. Demilitarized.
I mean, what if I just have the ship pay for it? I mean, I don't know. Does anybody else have any desires to have silly Fallout style vehicle with an autocannon and a potential nuclear blast on their hands?
I'm sure it'll
I-
come in handy.
I think Fallout stuff's cool as fuck, so I'm like 100% like wanting to mess with this kind of stuff.
You're a rich guy. That's the kind of thing that they would spend money on, is just stuff they think is cool as they can, right?
But if everyone else thinks
Yeah.
it's dumb, I won't drag you all down with me.
Oh, I mean, if you want it, I mean, get the car.
I'd like to drive in a cool car.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Takes one passenger.
Yeah, it's got a room for a driver and room for a passenger. That's it.
And one passenger.
I would say that if you remove the auto cannon, you probably can get another 2 passengers in there.
I don't need to buy it.
It's like
Okay.
you can't even take a bodyguard
Well,
unless he's the driver.
You can give it a week and think it over, and
Alrighty.
and you can let us know. I'll put maybe next to this on my notes. And so we will pick this up next week with you guys taking off for potentially leaving Dorannia to Valeria to actually do some big, large-scale trading.
Excellent.
Cool. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
I'll see you next time around.
Okay, I will see
Yeah,
you
thanks
very
so
soon.
much.
You're welcome. Have a good night, guys.